You step into the street, and the first thing you notice is the noise. Not one sound, hundreds, layered, colliding, voices shouting over each other, horses grinding through mud, metal striking metal somewhere nearby. A door slams, a man laughs, another curses, and beneath it all, the city breathes, heavy, restless, alive. You look around, the buildings lean over you, the air feels thick, used, and suddenly you realize this is London, the 1600s, and this place never stops. You move forward, and the space tightens almost immediately. There is no clear boundary, no moment where the city begins. It simply closes around you. The road narrows, the sky disappears. Buildings rise on both sides, leaning inward as if they are watching you. Their upper floors stretch out over the street, nearly touching, blocking what little light tries to reach the ground. You feel it instantly. Pressure, not physical, but constant. You are inside something now, something that does not open, only closes. The walls are not clean. Wood darkened by years of smoke, plaster cracked, surfaces uneven, patched, repaired, then patched again. Nothing here is new. Everything has been used over and over. You pass beneath hanging signs. They creak slightly above your head. Symbols instead of words. A boot, a tankard, a knife. Each one marking a place you do not yet understand. A cart forces its way through the street. The sound comes first. Wood grinding, wheels struggling through thick mud. Then the shouting, "Move! Out of the way!" People react instantly, not surprised, not annoyed, just practiced. They press themselves against the walls. You follow, too slow, and the wheel catches your leg, too close, and you are knocked down. And here, falling matters. The ground beneath you shifts with every step. It is not just dirt, not just mud. Everything ends up here. Food, waste, water, rot. It mixes into something thick, something alive. Your foot sinks slightly, you pull it free. Too fast, and you lose balance. You adjust, learning quickly, like everyone else here already has. Above you, movement. A window opens. Something is thrown. You hear the splash before you see it. A voice calls out a warning. Too late. The street absorbs it. No one reacts. Because this is normal. You keep moving because stopping is not an option. Not here. A man brushes past you, hard, no apology. Another follows, then another. The flow never stops. You are not walking anymore. You are being carried. And as you look ahead, the street continues, narrow, crowded, endless. And for the first time, you understand something. This city was not built for you. It was built to contain you. The street never stops, not for a moment, not for anyone. You move forward, but it feels like the city moves faster than you, always pushing, always shifting. The ground beneath you is unstable, mud mixed with waste, straw pressed into the surface, water that isn't just water. Every step is uncertain. Your foot slides slightly. You catch yourself. No one notices. No one helps. Because everyone is focused on their own survival. A cart forces its way through the crowd. Wood creaks. Wheels grind loudly. The driver shouts, not asking, but demanding space. People press themselves against the walls. You do the same. Too slow, and you get hit. A horse passes close beside you. Too close. You feel the heat of its body. Smell it. Hear its breath. Another cart follows behind it. Then another. There is no order, only movement. A man rushes past you carrying tools. Metal clinks with every step. Another drags a heavy sack through the mud, leaving a dark trail behind him. A woman pushes forward with something wrapped tightly in cloth. She doesn't look at anyone, She doesn't stop. Children move differently. They slip through gaps that shouldn't exist. Fast, precise, untouched by the chaos that surrounds them. You realize something. This street is not a place. It's a current. And if you stop moving, you don't stand still. You get swallowed. You follow the noise. It pulls you forward, whether you want it or not. And then the space opens. The market, not organized, not calm, but alive in a way the rest of the city is not. Voices crash into each other, layered, constant, relentless. Fresh fish, hot pies, best price, move aside. You're no longer walking. You're being carried, pushed from behind, pressed from the sides. The air is thick, meat hanging in the open, some fresh, some not. Flies gather freely, landing, lifting, returning. No one stops them, no one can. A butcher slams his knife into wood, again, each Uda sharp enough to cut through the noise. Blood stains the table, old stains beneath new ones. You smell it now, sweet, rotting, heavy. A woman grabs your arm, trying to sell something. You don't even see what. Another hand brushes past your side, too quick to catch. You turn, nothing, just faces. Too many faces, watching, moving, waiting. Coins pass from hand to hand, fast, careful, suspicious. Every exchange matters, every mistake costs. A child slips through the crowd, invisible. A man shouts, too late. The crowd closes, the moment disappears, and the market continues, unstoppable, hungry, alive. London does not slow down, not in the morning, not at midday, not even when the light begins to fade. Work fills every space, every street, every building, every breath. You hear it before you see it. Metal striking metal, sharp, repeating, endless. A blacksmith stands in a narrow workshop, hammer rising and falling with perfect rhythm. Sparks burst into the air, gone in an instant. He does not stop. He cannot stop. Time here is not measured in hours. It is measured in effort, in movement, in exhaustion. Nearby, a tailor bends over fabric, needle moving fast, precise, unforgiving. One mistake costs money, and money means survival. Servants move through the streets in constant motion, carrying water, carrying food, carrying messages that are not theirs to question. They do not look up. They do not slow down, because slowing down means falling behind, and falling behind means losing everything. Even the smallest jobs matter. A boy sweeps dirt that will return within minutes. A woman scrubs a surface that will never be clean. A man hauls goods heavier than he is. All of it continues, without pause, without relief. Because in London, if you stop working, you disappear. You step inside. The noise of the street fades, but never disappears. It lingers, distant, constant, like the city is still watching you from outside. The room is small, lower than you expected. The ceiling presses down, darkened by years of smoke that never fully left. The air is thick, warm, but not clean. You breathe in and feel it. Ash, damp wood, human presence trapped in a space too small for it. A fire burns at the center, not large, just enough. Everything gathers around it, heat, light, life. There are no separate rooms, no privacy, just one shared space where everything happens. Cooking, sleeping, talking, surviving. A table stands unevenly against the wall, marked by years of use, cuts, burns, stains that will never fade. Benches sit beside it, rough, hard, unforgiving. Straw is scattered across the floor, not decoration, function. It absorbs what the house cannot remove, and it is rarely changed. You notice movement. A chicken passes slowly through the room. No one reacts. This is normal. People sit close together, closer than comfort allows, because there is no choice. You can hear breathing, every shift, every cough, and there it is again. That cough, not loud, not dramatic, but constant. It hangs in the air just like the smoke. You sit, and for a moment, everything feels still. But it isn't. It never is, because even inside this house, London is still there, just beyond the walls. Food is brought to the table, not carefully, not beautifully, just placed. Bread sits in front of you, hard, uneven, cracked along the edges like it has already begun to fail. You pick it up. It resists your hands. This is not fresh, but it is enough. A bowl follows. Steam rises slowly from its surface, a thick stew, dark, heavy. You look inside, but it tells you nothing. Meat, maybe. Vegetables once. Now everything has blended into something unrecognizable. You taste it. Salt, fat, something bitter underneath. You swallow because you must, not because you want to. Around you, no one speaks. Eating is not a moment of comfort. It is a task, a necessity. Water sits nearby, still, clouded, uncertain. You hesitate, then reach for the ale instead. Safer, even if it burns slightly as it goes down. You realize something here. Food is not pleasure. It is not choice. It is survival. And sometimes, even that is not enough. At first, you don't notice it. Nothing here looks clean, so nothing feels out of place. But the longer you stay, the more you begin to understand. The danger is not what you see, it's what you don't. The water you drink, clouded, uncertain, drawn from sources that carry more than just water. The air you breathe, thick with smoke, dust, and something else, something that lingers, something that spreads. You hear it before you understand it. A cough, then another, closer this time. A man leans against a wall, catching his breath. Too long, too slow. No one helps him, not because they don't care, but because they do, and they know. Illness moves easily here, through touch, through breath, through shared space. A cup passed from one hand to another, a door handle, a crowded room where no one can step away. You begin to feel it, not in your body, but in your thoughts. Every surface becomes a question, every person a risk. And the worst part, there is no clear sign, no warning, no moment where you can say, now it has begun. Because here, it never stopped. You step back into the street. The crowd closes around you instantly. Too close, too fast, too many hands. You feel it now, not just movement, but intention. A brush against your side, light, almost nothing, but it lingers. You turn, too late. The person is already gone, blended into the mass of bodies. You check your pocket. Still there, this time, not everyone is so lucky. A man shouts nearby, sharp, angry. He grabs another by the collar, accusing, desperate. People glance, then look away. No one steps in, because helping means risk. And risk here spreads quickly. A woman pulls her purse closer. A child is dragged forward through the crowd, tighter, faster, safer, or at least it feels that way. You notice faces now, watching, measuring, waiting. Not everyone here is working. Some are hunting, looking for distraction, for weakness, for one moment of carelessness. And that is all it takes. There are no guards nearby, or if there are, they are too far, too late, or not interested. Justice exists here, but it does not move quickly, and it does not protect you in time. You keep walking, faster now, closer to the wall, one hand over your pocket, eyes forward, because here, safety is not given, it is taken, and even then, it never lasts. You move toward the Thames. The smell reaches you first. Stronger than anything before, waste flows directly into the water. Boats move across its surface, carrying goods, people, everything the city needs. This river feeds London and poisons it at the same time. You look at the buildings again, really look this time. Wood everywhere, dry beams, aged walls, roofs packed tight with straw and tar, everything close together, too close. One house leans into another, then another, a chain waiting to ignite. You imagine it, just for a moment, a single spark, a candle knocked over, a forgotten flame. It wouldn't stay small, it couldn't. The fire would catch instantly, climb the walls, leap from roof to roof, faster than anyone could react, faster than anyone could run. You hear a shout somewhere down the street. You turn, nothing. Just another warning that never came. People know this. They feel it every day. Buckets sit ready, water stored, not for comfort, for survival. Because when fire comes, it does not ask. It does not slow down. It takes everything, homes, streets, lives, and leaves nothing behind but ash and silence. Darkness does not bring peace. It changes everything. The streets empty, but never fully. Fewer people, but sharper movements, quieter voices, more caution. Torches flicker along the walls, casting uneven light that shifts with every step you take. Shadows stretch longer than they should. They move when nothing else does. You hear footsteps behind you, then they stop. You don't turn around. Better not to know. Somewhere nearby, a door opens. Laughter spills out, rough, uncontrolled. A tavern, warmth inside, danger too. A man stumbles into the street, drunk, unsteady, easy. He disappears into the dark before anyone notices. Or maybe they do, and choose not to act. The air feels colder now, heavier, not because of the night, but because of what moves within it. London does not sleep. It waits. And in the dark, it watches. You stop for a moment, not moving, not speaking, just listening. You expect silence, even for a second, but it never comes. Somewhere, a wheel grinds against stone. A horse exhales sharply. Voices echo from a distant street, too far to understand, too close to ignore. A door slams. Laughter follows, then shouting, then footsteps running. It never ends. Even in the dark, the city refuses to rest. You realize something slowly. This place does not sleep. It cannot. Because too many lives depend on movement, on noise, on survival. Silence here would mean something is wrong, something has stopped, something has ended. So the city keeps going, always, breathing, moving, endless. And now, you are part of it. You stand in the street, looking around. The noise, the movement, the weight of everything. It stays with you. You take one last look and step away. This world, rebuilt using AI from medieval engravings, maps, and records, lets you walk through London as it was in 1600s, not as a story, but as a place. And for a moment, you were there.